9-degree driver, how far will a golf ball travel if your club head speed is 110 miles an hour and you're hitting into a 20-mile-an-hour headwind, Karen?
No clue. But our next guest is hoping that all of our kids will be able to do that kind of math when they grow up. That's why 3-time Masters champion Phil Michelson is in New York and here with us today, promoting his work with the Michelson ExxonMobil Teachers Academy. Lefty, it's good enough to join us here in American Morning. Morning, thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me, Karen.
It's great to see you. How much science is involved in golf, by the way?
So I use it all the time. I use it with launch angles, with drivers. I use it with putters for roll, and I use it with golf balls especially. So I'm dealing with some of the best engineers and technicians in the game of golf on a daily basis to help my golf game.
Right.
But we use it in everyday life, and you just don't realize it. But what's amazing is how jobs today require a much higher level of math and science knowledge. I like to use the example of a mechanic, because a mechanic 20 years ago just maybe changed the transmission or changed the oil or things like that, whereas now they have to have a computer background to deal with some of the modern day automobiles. So just the basic knowledge of math and science in our school systems needs to improve.
And it's really inverted the number of people who need college degrees with math and science background in order to do things. Your wife refers to you as an astronaut trapped in a golfer's body, but I think what you guys do is fantastic. You take these groups of 200 teachers in different places a year, and you certify them, because a math teacher or a science teacher, they're not really certified, they're teachers.
So in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, teachers have to teach a number of subjects,
Sure.
and over 90% of them do not have an accreditation in the math and science field, and so it's a field they don't feel comfortable teaching. They don't teach with the same type of inspiration.
Right.
And so we want to give those teachers the skills and the knowledge base, especially in the Newton's laws of motion, where this is a time where kids are either drawn to math and science or they kind of pull away. And so we want to
You're fascinated by your physical environment. You're fascinated about how things move and why things do, why the ball went a certain way, and you can grapple with that.
That's exactly it. And we find that inquiry-based learning, where you ask questions, form hypothesis, and this egg drop demonstration that we're going to use here does just that. We give you items and we say, how can we make this possible? And by using kinetic energy, potential energy, all these things combined with motion and force, action, reaction, we're able to solve the problem. But by using this inquiry-based learning, we're interacting with the kids. We find that's the best way to get them motivated.
All right, so we were going to show a pretty cool experiment in a second, but if people would kill us if we didn't ask you about golf. British Open, you came so close. I did the physics to bogeying a hole. It's like, right, there's just, what happened there?
So on the 11th hole, I was playing some of my best golf, and I ended up having kind of a brain freeze. I started looking ahead at some holes I needed a birdie, and I just froze there for a minute and didn't think properly on a short putt. I ended up missing it. It kind of derailed some of my momentum. I had a great time over there, though, and I feel like I haven't played the way I wanted to the last year and a half, but I feel like I'm on my way back. I feel like this was a great stepping stone, even though I didn't get the W. There's some big tournaments. We're going to be here for the Barclays here in August, and I'm looking forward to coming back and playing in the New York, New Jersey area. But my game is...
You won the Masters in 2010.
In 2010, yeah. It was right in the middle. But week in and week out, I haven't played to the level I expect to.
Tell us one thing that we don't know as much about. I'm not asking you to wade into the Tiger Woods stuff, but this split up with this caddy. It's a relationship at your level of golf with your caddy.
See, I got very lucky. I've been on tour now for 19 years, and every one of those years has been with the same guy, Bones, Jim Mackay. And he's such a great caddy, but he's one of the more impressive individuals that I've ever been around. And so our relationship, transcends just the player-caddy relationship on the golf course. We're close friends. We spend a lot of time together, and we really understand each other.
Right.
And it's really an important relationship.
But is that the case for many golfers? I mean, it's not just somebody who carries your bag for you and hands you your clubs. I mean, it's a symbiotic relationship. Why is that?
I think it's important because if you're enjoying your time on the golf course, and if you're enjoying the time that you have with that person, that you're spending and sharing this adventure, if you will, this challenge, this competition, and if you're enjoying it, you're going to play better. And I think that that's an important element. And certainly, Tiger and Stevie have had an incredible relationship for 12 years because he's had some incredible success.
Let's do this experiment. Let's take a look at this. We got Nicole Martin. She's an elementary science specialist for the Alabama Math, Science, and Technology Initiative. Nicole, I have no idea what's going on over here, but you've got a broom, you got an egg, you got a roll of toilet paper, you got a tray, you got a glass of water.
Absolutely. And I think we need to get these on.
Do we have these things on?
Absolutely. What are we doing here? Are we doing a little experiment here on velocity?
We are getting ready for the experience that we call egg drop.
Okay.
This is one that we use on the very first morning of our academy. It's designed to do exactly what Phil said, to have teachers come in,
Right.
to develop some interest in what's going on, to develop some hypothesis, and to begin to start thinking about how we can get that egg into that glass without breaking the egg, using only the force of the broom.
Well, you can't just lift it and put it in the glass.
Well, you know what? One of the things that we allow teachers to do is to spend some time thinking and problem solving. And we get a lot of different ideas about ways that you can do this.
Okay. Let me think. Is there a hole?
I was going to say, okay, she's wondering, is there a hole?
But there's
Look, we can take a peek. No.
There's no hole.
No hole.
There's no
hole.
hole. You're guessing.
So
Just somehow remove that pipe later.
I see, that's the trick. I gotta get this. Do I have to get this out?
Well,
Is that the point?
I don't know. Do you think that might be a good way for us to get it
No, I
out?
think if I try and get that plate out, the egg's gonna drop, and then we're gonna have a splattered egg on the set, and then my boss is gonna be mad at me.
Well, you know what? You have jumped right into Newton's first law.
Okay.
It tells us that objects tend to do what they've been doing unless acted upon by a force. The force that we're going to use is this broom, and we're come over here. Okay, we're going to pull it back. We're going to get some. You guys get some.
I don't think I'll be able to get that. It's too far over. But the point is, she's about to spring that broom.
I am about to release some potential energy.
Does our cameraman here have to worry about anything?
And we're going to apply a force. No, he's going to be fine. Okay.
Okay, let's get in tight on that and take a look at what's
All
going to
right.
happen
I
there.
want you guys to count for me. 1, 2, 3.
Oh! Wow!
Okay. We thought this was never going to work.
Wow. You just made science fun of other people.
It is fun. Absolutely.
That's incredible. It's unbroken in the glass.
And I can feel it. It's raw.
You can feel it. It is raw. And you know what? From this, we get so many questions. And this is what we want to teach teachers to do so that they go back with their students and they provide opportunities for questioning and problem solving, which are going to span all of the content areas, not just science and math. So, you know, there's going to be a benefit that is exponential.
Did you go through the program?
So I have listened to the teachers, and what this has done is it makes me think differently. It makes me think outside the box. And I've gone back to my technicians at Callaway and redirected some of the questions I've had and seen if we've been able to come up with solutions elsewhere. And it's led to some evolutions in golf clubs and some golf balls.
That's pretty fascinating.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Well, that was great. I'm really interested in science. I was anyway. But Nicole, thank you so much. Nicole Martin is an elementary science specialist for the Alabama Math, Science, and Technology Initiative. And Phil Michelson, good to see you again.
Thanks, Bill. Good luck.
Here, thank you.
Take care.
All right,
Nice to meet you as well.
Once we get over this, we'll come back and give you our morning headlines. Next, it is 48 minutes after the hour.